Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for the 20th to 27th of October. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. Let's see what's going on for you this week, my loves. We got the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay, I really, really like this. If you are a Pisces rising, the new moon in Libra is happening in your 8th house, and your 8th house is all about shared resources, your partner's resources, debts, other people's monies, inheritances, investments, okay? It's also death. It's also death transformation, not like literal death, but like transformative death, right? Ego death, stories, things that are having to wrap up with respect to money, other people's money, debts, etc. And it could also have to do with, deep relationships here, okay? We have the Knight of Cups as well showing up. Let's get these last two cards. Okay, perfect. So let's take a look, see here. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is you and death. So I definitely feel, especially if you're Pisces rising, that new moon in Libra could be directly influencing or impacting you. Now, unless you book a session with me, I can't tell you what's going on astrologically because I don't have your chart, but you can book a session, a cosmic session down in the description box below, okay? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, learning how to be human in this world, but not of it. On Earth, surprise, surprise, you are a Pisces. I don't believe any Pisces truly exists here on Earth. I'm just gonna pull out one more. I feel like we were put on Earth and we're like, what is this? What is this weird planet we're on? A doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Damn, Pisces. Okay. I don't want to say that this week is heavy because that's not the vibe I'm picking up. I'm picking up on this week being a week where you get clear here. Clear. Remember, Saturn is back in your sign, and Neptune's going to be going back in there as well. And then we have Venus in told you, Venus in Libra. We have Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. And then we have all this crazy energy happening between Venus and Libra, Uranus and Gemini, and Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto currently stationing direct. I am not surprised, my love, that we have Pluto here showing up. Not surprised one bit. You guys, including me, because I'm a Pisces moon and rising, we're in this place right now from now until February when Saturn when Saturn leaves Pisces for good, in this place of having to do the hard work, the things we don't want to do, the things we get overwhelmed about, the things that feel really challenging and very difficult. And I'm a little bit older than a lot of you that are probably watching this, so I'm going to say this to you. I used to be the type of Pisces that would get so overwhelmed when I had to create structure and discipline in my life that I would end up not doing anything. And it was to my detriment because I lived so much in my head. And then I started learning about Saturn in my chart. And my advice to you, straight up, as a friend, as your spiritual bestie, as your spiritual leader, I'm your leader, okay? Go learn Saturn in your chart. Saturn in your chart is going to unlock so much clarity for you. Why you get stuck, why you get overanalysis paralysis, why you feel like you can't accomplish your goals. It's going to reveal to you that hard work that you got to put in and day out, and it's got to be conscious work. You know, this isn't spiritual bypassing woo-woo bull crap. This is like hard work because Saturn teaches us discipline and structure. And the minute we learn what our own Saturn is, which is going to be in your chart, we learn where we got to apply ourselves. For example, I have Saturn sitting in my 9th house in Pluto. And it tells me that even though I have the drive, the determination, because of some other aspects that I have to Pluto, I will often feel delayed in my rewards. But if I show up consistently, day in and day out, putting in that elbow grease, sharing the wisdom that I have, the spiritual knowledge, 9th house stuff, right? The spiritual enlightenment, okay? The Plutonian stuff, transformation of life, all those things, then I will reap the rewards. And the biggest levels of success that I have experienced in my life were when I leaned into the Saturnian energy. the most uncomfortable periods in my life was when I was learning to lean into the Saturnian energy. And Pluto, even though it's different than Saturn, Pluto also demands transformation. Pluto says things can't stay the way they are. They just can't. It's not working for you. And so Pluto asks you to be willing to experience the upheaval, the discomfort of your complacency in order for you to finally co-create with the universe and manifest your dream life. And I think if you're watching me, chances are you're like, yeah, sure, like I'm so done living this freaking life. Like I want to manifest my dream life. I want to have that nice house or that comfortable financial bank account. You know, I want to be able to build a family. I want to be able to have stability so I can give to my girlfriend or my boyfriend. Like I want to have kids eventually. I want to be able to like build a future. I don't want to be in this fight or flight anymore. I don't want to live in the patterns and the behaviors of my parents, you know, the struggle, the difficulty, the challenges. I want to be able to literally wake up every day and live a life of clarity, fulfillment, and freedom. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but chances are I'm right because I'm an Aries, so I'm always right. Aries said, by the way. And here it says doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. You don't have to know everything in order to move forward. That's a form of control, self-preservation mechanism, because you're afraid of moving forward and not experiencing the rewards. But reality is the moving forward is the reward, the steps forward, the exploration, the joy, the faith, the, you know, unwavering optimism, the authenticity. That is the reward, not knowing the desired outcome. I don't know, for all I know, something could happen to me tomorrow and I can't do this anymore. But you get what I'm saying? That is the mindset to have, to say, I'm going to stay present and I'm going to find peace. Because when we live in the past, we experience anxiety or depression. And when we live in the future, we experience anxiety. That is what learning to be on earth is all about. The 10 of Wands to the Ace of Swords, you're putting down this damn burden, this heavy weight that you've been carrying for so damn long, this responsibility that has burdened you, that has made you feel like, Lord Jesus, oh my God. Is it hard? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Shit, no one said earth was going to be easy, bro. But what if you looked at the hard stuff as a blessing instead of as a curse? Ace of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Because what you reap, you sow, babe. You understand? So when it comes to your financial stability, your financial security, because we got lots of money stuff here, the Pentacles, right? When it comes to all that stuff, the only way to experience that financial stability, that financial security, that wealth is to put in the damn work. You reap what you sow. If you're sitting at home all day picking your butt and picking your nose and wondering why you're not making money, a newsflash for you, it's because you're sitting at home picking your butt and picking your nose. You got to be at the vibrational frequency of that which you desire. And I'm not talking about hustle. I'm talking about alignment. I'm talking about authenticity. If you know that you're going to make money because you're a painter, paint. Get yourself around the paint environment, the world of artists and painters. If you're a singer, get yourself around singers. Create music. Share your music. Be willing to be cringe. If you want to be a nurse, go do nurse stuff. Go volunteer. Go do Red Cross. Go do something. Surround yourself in the environment of that which brings you joy, peace, ease, bliss, and happiness, and you will vibrate at the frequency of your manifestations. If I want to have a successful YouTube channel, but I'm going and working at the local coffee shop, is there alignment? No. Knight of Cups, get into alignment. Go after what fills your heart, fills your future. Four of Swords, 5 of Cups. And stop looking at everything that didn't work out. Shit. You guys, I could write a whole damn book. A whole Netflix series of all the things that haven't worked out in my life. But there is not one thing that I look back with respect to the things that didn't work out in my life and I'm like, oh man, I'm really sad that didn't work out. No, because everything that I've gone through has taught me something. Turn your pain into your damn power. Before I come haunt you in your dreams. You got Venus as your amulet. Love yourself and everything else will work out. Self-worth, self-love, self-respect. Let's dive into your love reading, okay? If you want to book a session, like I said, or take any of my courses, sign up to any of my webinars, all that stuff, it's all down in the description box below, okay? Sign up to my mailing list. Go follow me on Instagram. What are you doing? All right, 9 of Wands. Being willing to put in the work, being willing to explore, try, do something, even if it feels uncomfortable. What a theme that you have. Knight of Swords, communicating, talking. Okay, if you're in a relationship, talk to your partner. Gosh, you guys, share, communicate, express. All right. If you're single like a Pringle, you know, be willing to go and talk to people, indulge, especially if you're out there looking. Like if you're not looking for a relationship, obviously don't do that. But if you are looking for a relationship, you're going to have to go do the stuff that you don't want to do, man. Talk to people. Get out there. Socialize. 9 of Wands here. That's a lot of cards. Hold on. We need less than this because that's too many. I just need one for 9 of Wands, please. High Priestess. Where are you creating your own self-sabotage, your own blockages in your love life? Because you know, I know where I used to do it all the time. I know where I still do it sometimes, you know, but it gets better because when you're conscious about it, you can shift. Knight of Swords here. The World. Wrapping up of a cycle here. Something here has to make space so that something new can begin. This could be your own stories. I'm not worthy of love. Oh, this isn't how I imagined my love life would be like. Oh, this person, you know, it doesn't fit everything that I want to a T. I'm going to tell you something that took me a long time to learn, okay? Sometimes in life, we think we want these things, but then when we have these things that we want, we start realizing, wait, actually what I really wanted was this. And so stop listening to what other people tell you with respect to what you need about love and start asking yourself, what do I need in love to feel emotionally and, you know, romantically fulfilled? Because you got the King of Cups and Justice. So you and your masculine energy, whether you're a woman or a man, it's kings, right? So it's masculine energy, emotionally grounded, emotionally rooted, and the Queen's right here. So you got a pair. Your lover is probably around the corner. If you haven't already met them, Justice here. You know, that's Venus. Venus here again. Justice is Venus. Justice is Libra. Libra is in Venus, or Venus is in Libra, I should say. All right, this is about working things through with your partner. Or you and your partner may, especially if you're Pisces rising, then you have Virgo in your 7th house. So Mercury plays a huge role in your romantic relationship. So you can't be with somebody that you can't talk to. It's not going to work. You know, a lot of astrologers, I see them going, oh yeah, you want to partner with your 7th house, la 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 la, like 7th house. You want them aspecting your 7th house or like having planets in your 7th house. Yeah, maybe for some of you it works depending on your astrology. But you also have to look to the 7th house ruler and what it's doing in your chart. Because that'll tell you more about the partner. And if you're a man, you want to look to Venus and the moon. And if you're a man attracted to women, you want to look to Venus and the moon. And if you're a woman attracted to men, you want to look to Jupiter, Venus, and you know, Mars is kind of like what gets you fired up. But I find that Mars isn't necessarily the long-term partner. It's more like the guys that you attract, but that don't end up like being long-term, right? It's more of like the need of what you need in the relationship. Okay, let me pull these last 2 cards out. I feel like a lot of you are looking at things that aren't working out instead of actually focusing on what is. That's such a lower octave Piscean energy, honestly. Ew, finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Look, a mask. You or somebody in your life has to stop wearing a mask. But honestly, I feel like it's you. You got to stop wearing a mask here. Stop wearing a mask in romance expecting to find authenticity. And look at this. There's a tear. Stop crying over spilt milk, says the crybaby. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery, and then fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. Be honest with yourself and be honest with your person. What do you need? What do you want? If they can't offer that to you, then you got to walk away. And if they can't offer that to you and you can't offer to them what they need, somebody was saying today, I was watching something on TikTok and they were like the keys to the castle, like what are your needs? If your partner can fulfill your needs and you can fulfill theirs, then you guys can work together, right? This isn't about delusions in love. It's about grounded actual romance. I don't know why I'm being called to pull out another one, but alas, here we are. Second chance. Reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. This is restoring balance in your love life. Both of you may have had some abandonment wounds and you let that interfere in your relationship. Don't do that shit. But listen, also don't beg somebody who's not into you, okay? If you want to book a session, you want to work with me in any capacity, it's down in the description box below. Here is your quarterly reading to help you understand how to navigate the last few months of 2025. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.